Yes, hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It's actually the big day, the last group game for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, where they are on 4 points behind Equatorial Guinea, who also have 4 points, but on goal difference in Group A, with Cote d'Ivoire, the host country, on the third position, and Guinea-Bissau with no point at all in that group. And it's a big one. Let's not forget that it is the final group game for the Super Eagles, beginning with Group A. And other groups also will be playing their final games in the groupings. But this evening, we will be looking at the Super Eagles. We'll be looking at their chances. We'll be looking at their game against the White Dogs, the Jutors of Guinea-Bissau, as they are called. And let's see what the Super Eagles will do for Coach Jose Pizarro. He has said he aims to top the group. That's Group A. He wants to finish at the top of the group. You know, when you finish at the top of a group, you are definitely to avoid some of the big teams who also come tops in other groups. Probably nowadays football is different. We also see some big teams finishing second in a group whenever they are playing, maybe in the World Cup or in the AFCON. But this evening, our major focus is on the Super Eagles game against the Guinea-Bissau. That's their last group game. And for Coach Jose Pizarro, he has ringed a lot of changes to the starting lineup, of the last squad that played that defeated the host country, and we're going to see new faces, new starters in the game against Guinea-Bissau. Just a few minutes away from now, that game will be kicking off right there in Ivory Coast, and it's a good one for the Super Eagles because they are brimming with a lot of confidence as we speak. I'm not alone on the show. I've got a friend and a brother who is also in the sports business, a sports lawyer. His name is Davis Awefemi. Welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. And our major focus this evening is on the Super Eagles game against Guinea-Bissau.
Oh, thank you for having me, Emmanuel Fashimi. It's been great to be here. I'm impressed with the setup here, and let's get into the game itself.
All right. Okay. Before Davis, where we react, let's quickly have the lineup, the starting lineup for the Super Eagles. Coach Jose Pizarro, like I said, changing a lot of starters in that game against Cote d'Ivoire. Now, the starting lineup is on the screen. We are going to dwell on these. We have still retaining his position in the goal. We have Stanley Nwambili. We have Omero, who is going to captain the side, who's coming in for William Truss Ekon. Ajayi remains also with Calvin Bassey. The last time out he played against Cote d'Ivoire. We have Olaino, who retained his position. Frank Onyeka retained his position, but for Joe Aribo coming into the midfield, replacing is Alex Iwobi. We have Samuel Osai, who will be playing from the right side of the wing, while Olaino will go to the left side of the wing. Moses Simon also is getting the starting nod alongside Samuel Chukwueze, who started against Cote d'Ivoire, and Victor Osimhen up front, starting for the Super Eagles. He started the first game, second game, and now the last group game. Femi Davis, this is the lineup for Coach Jose Pizarro. Are you from the lineup? What's your take, first of all? Let's start with the lineup.
Well, with the lineup, I can understand why the coach has decided to start with Chukwueze and Moses Simon on the wings, and this is because the two of them they've not been convincing at all in this tournament, and it's a great way to show how informed they can be against a weaker side, because you see this team is the weakest team in the group, and it's a dead rubber match, so to speak, because all we need in this game is a point.
Just a draw.
Yeah, just a draw. So it's a good way to test out some of these players. For example, Omero is playing for the first time in this tournament, and I cannot see it any other way than a victory for the Super Eagles, simply because they are the weakest team, even though they beat us in Abuja last year. You understand? So I can see why their coach is also confident that they will beat us in this tournament. But this game is a good way to sort of show quality and to also nail a starting spot for the knockout stages.
Okay. Now, we are going to open the phone lines, but quickly. Now, for the Super Eagles, if you look at against Guinea-Bissau, they are not new to us. Let's just refresh our memory that this same team came to Abuja during the AFCON qualifiers. They defeated us here in Abuja 1-0 before we went back to the return for the return leg. We also beat them by the same goal margin, 1-0. And for Coach Kande, Coach Kande of Guinea-Bissau, he has been talking tough that they are not going to leave the AFCON 2023 without a point. And you know, he's saying that because he has already played this team. But do you think with what we saw this team came to play in Abuja, are they still going to have that shine against the Super Eagles?
I think the results in Abuja, you can say a lot has gone into what eventually happened in Abuja, because we lost in Abuja the last time we were in Abuja against Ghana, and I felt like the team was still trying to get their footing, because people didn't even really watch the match in Abuja because of the last result in the Abuja National Stadium. So now, this tournament is a different ball game entirely.
Okay, I will hold you right there. Let's quickly go on a short break. Let's have the highlight between Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire in the second group game right there at the Al Hassan Ouattara Stadium. That was on Thursday last week, where we defeated the Elephants 1-0. Because if you look at it, I think with that victory against the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire, we are now confident going further in the Nations Cup. And I said something on our sports show, on the morning show, and then the evening show sometimes ago before the Nations Cup, that whenever we avoid a defeat against Cote d'Ivoire, we normally get to the final and eventually lift the trophy. And the good news is that we've defeated them in the second group game, and then maybe probably we'll get to the final. Let's quickly have that video. We'll see the goal, and then we'll see a fantastic save from Stanley Nwambali. Okay, that was the highlight of that game. All right, for our viewers at home, like I said, just a few minutes away from now, that game will be kicking off. You will have the opportunity to call in on the show. The number will pop up on the screen. What are your expectations between Nigeria and Guinea-Bissau? Are we going to win by what goal margin? Just call that number and let's hear you. If you are confident that your darling Super Eagles will beat Guinea-Bissau this evening, then you can call that number and let's predict the scoreline, and let's feel your pulse. All right, we have a guest joining us on the show by name Abang Francis. Abang Francis, welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. We were looking at Super Eagles against the White Dogs of Guinea-Bissau. Now, according to Femi Davis, it's a dead rubber game, if we want to look at it that way. He's also confident that the Super Eagles is going to get a win. Let's hear you.
Good evening, Fashami. Good evening, viewer. To me, I think Super Eagles are definitely going to win the game. But one thing I think is for them not to underrate their opponents, as they always do. Okay, we can see the game against the Ivory Coast. They went there knowing Ivory Coast is a big team, so they went there prepared fully, they were energetic, so they went there, they got to win. But sometimes what I think that always causes these lapses.
Okay, let's hold you right there. We have a caller on the show. Hello, your name and where you're calling us from. Quickly.
Hello, your name and where you're calling us from. Quickly. I'm calling from Lagos.
Please turn down the volume of your TV set because I can hear myself.
Volume of your TV set because I can hear myself.
Okay, all right, let's hear you. Let's go ahead.
Like we've always seen in this AFCON, the smaller teams always have a way of causing an upset against the big teams. That's because they go there underrating these small teams. So the Super Eagles have to go there, launch an attack on an unprecedented scale if they want this victory. We've seen smaller teams causing an upset. Example, Cape Verde, victory over Ghana, I think Namibia over Tunisia, and so on. So you don't just go there thinking, okay, this game is a walkover. They have to go there fully prepared. And they don't have to forget that the same Guinea-Bissau actually defeated the Super Eagles here in Abuja. So if they go there, they have to go there with full force.
Okay, they have to go there with full force. Hello, your name, where you are calling us from?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, your name and where you are calling us from. Quickly.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Lagos, not Tinubu.
Okay. Let's hear you quickly.
Well, I predict that Nigeria will score the 2-0.
Okay, Nigeria will win 2-0 from Lagos. He said Nigeria will win 2-0. Femi Davis, let me come back to you. Now, The Super Eagles of Nigeria over the years have this is our 20th appearance at the Nations Cup. So far so good. The last time we won was in 2013. Do you think we have the pedigree of lifting the fourth title?
I think if you look at both teams from 2013 till now, you see that there's a bit more quality in terms of the leagues that these players are playing in. You understand? The last team was more about a family affair, because if you look at our group stage in 2013, it wasn't really as impressive, but we turned up from the knockout stages. But this time around, we have even the African best player in the team. The same African best player was also the 5th best player in the FIFA world best. You understand? Like, so the quality in this team is enough to actually get us far in the tournament. But the problem usually with the Super Eagles is that they're not cohesive. They don't play as a team. It's more like we are relying more on the individual performance of each player. So we have to play as a team to win a Nations Cup. Look at Senegal. Senegal are playing with the swagger of champions. You see that these guys are actually, they know each other. They've been playing with each other for a long time. This Super Eagles team is still playing like a disjointed team. So
okay, Super Eagles is still playing like a disjointed team. Let's have the lineup on the screen. From the lineup, we had a lot of changes. Francis, we have one Billy retaining his position, but let's look at the two starters there. Omeru, who will be starting his first game of the tournament, and then we have Bright Osai Samuel, who will be starting also his first game of the tournament. Aribo, who will be starting his first game of the tournament. 3 of them. Now, from this lineup, I don't know, are you comfortable with the lineup from Coach Jose Pizarro?
Yes. I think the lineup is good. Omeru coming in is experienced. I think he's one of the players that won the last one we won in 2013, so he's vastly experienced. And I think our problem in the team has always been the goalkeeper, and Nwabali is there to fit in that space. So to me, bringing on Chikwueze to start alongside Osimhen, I think it's very good.
Okay, we have a caller on the show. Hello, your name and where you are calling us from? Hello, your name and where you are calling us from, quickly.
My name is Prince Royce, calling from Anambra State.
Okay, Prince Royce from Anambra, let's hear you straight up. Super Eagles against Guinea-Bissau.
We are going to win them by 2 goals to nil.
Okay, 2-0. That is from Anambra. Everybody, the callers so far have said we are going to beat them by 2 goals. I don't know. Let's look at this from here, from the studio here. I don't know if you agree with the callers. 2-0. How possible? Our first game was 1-1. We struggled to score, and then the second game 1-0, courtesy of that Williams Truss Ekong penalty. And now against Guinea, everybody is saying 2. I don't know if you actually agree with the callers.
To an extent, I think I agree, but I think I'm seeing a 2-1 victory over.
Okay, 2-1 victory from Francis. Femi Davis.
The reason why people are picking these 2 new victories is because you see the 2 people that we've played in the group already have already beaten them by a 2-goal margin. So it makes sense for people to think, of course, we should be able to beat them like with the margin of 2 goals. Like, so I believe that we should be able, based on the team that we have right now, we should be able to beat them comfortably.
Okay, Femi, I will stay with you on this. Now, Stanley Nwabali has come in. Francis Zohona's name is no longer on the lips of Nigerian. From the 2 games so far, has the guy impressed you?
I have been quite impressed. Of course, we've not really conceded as many chances, but those chances that we've conceded, he had shown up. And that is what you need in a goalkeeper. You don't concede chances and then concede goals. You understand? Like, the goalkeeper has to show quality when you concede those chances. So, for example, against Cote d'Ivoire, when the match was 0-0, there was a particular chance that he saved. Imagine if that goal had gone in, we would have been under pressure throughout the game. So he has always turned up anytime we considered any chance. So I think he has nailed that.
Okay, I will hold you there. Hello, your name and where you are calling us from. Quickly, let's hear you. Super Eagles, Guinea-Bissau.
Olami Adedeji from Osun State.
Okay, Adedeji from Osun State. Let's hear you. Straight up.
Nigeria will beat Guinea-Bissau by 3 goals to nil.
Okay, the first person to say it, Super Eagles will win 3. Okay, continue with
Yes. So Francis Uzor, I'm so sorry. Like, he has shown over time that he is not reliable. He has paid his dues, no doubt. But one believe this is his first major tournament with the Nigerian team, and he has shown that he has the quality. In fact, this is a searchlight on talent identification in Nigeria, because now we see that there are more people who should make that Super Eagles team that are not big names, so to speak. Because to be honest, I didn't really know him before this tournament, but he has gotten a fan in me.
Okay, he has gotten a fan in you. He keeps for Chippa United before leaving the shores of this country. He was with Heartland. He kept for Enugu Rangers, a couple of clubs in Nigeria before heading straight to Chippa United of South Africa. For you, Francis, we are having a problem at the middle of the pack. Now we are bringing in Aribo for starting his first game. Are you comfortable with Aribo playing at the midfield for this evening's game?
Yes, I would say I am, because he will want to go in there, giving the first chance for him at the tournament. He will want to go there, showcase himself. He will want to, bring out this agility in him. So to me, I think it's good for Posero to give another person a chance, someone that has been on the bench like before now. So, like, if a player is on the bench, there's always this urge to come out and showcase yourself. So now that he's been given the chance, we just leave up to him for him to showcase himself.
Okay.
I guess
now, going back to the back line, we now have Olaino and Osai are going to swap position. Now, for Samuel Osai, he has been one very good player I love in the Super Eagles. Whenever he plays, I'm always comfortable. But for the back line for tonight, how do you think they are going to keep the attacks of the Guineans quiet?
I think they have to, because we shouldn't concede. The moment we concede, we are under pressure. So they have to, in the absence of Trosekond, who we don't even know the extent to which his injury is. It may be because it's hamstring, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3. This may even be the last time
we play.
So they actually need to perform, because we cannot rely on a single individual. That's why it's a Nations Cup. That's why we should have won our first 2 games, so that this last game should have been a time to actually test the other players, because it's a squad tournament. Everybody has to play. Everybody has to step up when they are called upon. So I don't think there should be a drop in standard because someone has not made the team. I think the standard should still be maintained, even though I don't think the standard is that high anyways. But the standard should be maintained for now.
Okay, that standard should be maintained for now. Now, let's look at other fixtures for tonight. We have Equatorial Guinea, who will be playing Ivory Coast, the host. We will be playing at the same time, 6 p.m., a few minutes away from now. These 2 games will be kicking off. Guinea-Bissau against Nigeria will be going on. Equatorial Guinea against Ivory Coast will be going on. Then in Group B, by 9 p.m., we have Cape Verde against Egypt, the big one, and then Mozambique against Ghana. That is in Group B. I think the fixtures in Group B is more tougher than Group A, if you agree with me. Now, for this fixture, let's look at Cape Verde, Egypt. Francis.
Cape Verde had showed themselves in match day 1, and the Egyptians so far, I don't think they've been doing really good. So to me, Egypt has to do more than they've been doing if they have to come against Cape Verde. They've registered their win against Ghana on match day 1. So to me, the Egyptians have to do much more than they have done previously, securing 2 draws. So I think this win is very crucial for them. They just have to go there, pick up a win against Cape Verde. But they have to be at their very best, because you cannot just underrate the smaller teams, like I said earlier.
Okay, now Cape Verde. I know you will react to that. Cape Verde they are the first team to qualify for the next round after 2 games, 6 points, 5 goals. Now playing against a team that has a country that has won this tournament 7 good times. They've won it more than any other country. That is the Pharaohs of Egypt, and Mo Salah will not be there. Would that affect the Egyptian play? Then you react alongside what he has said.
Definitely it will affect the Egyptian play, because he's the talisman. He's a key player. When you look at the Egyptian team, if they are looking for a get out of jail card, is Mo Salah, and he's injured. But mind you, their last game, it was until he came out that Egypt started scoring the goals. So I don't think they really miss him as much, because this Egyptian team is not as convincing. And to his point, Cape Verde is the favorite to me, because Egypt they've not been convincing in this tournament. So Egypt is going to need to win this game to even qualify. Cape Verde have qualified, even as they've won the group already.
Of course.
They can even use their second string side against the Egyptian team. So I don't think anybody should still underrate Cape Verde, because they've really done a fantastic job in this tournament. So I believe that, all things being equal, Egypt should be able to win against a B side, but I don't think they will feel their B side. They will want to maintain their 100% record.
Okay, let me take your prediction. What's the scoreline for that game?
Cape Verde 1-0.
1, you?
I'll predict 2-1 again for Egypt. Egypt 2-1.
Okay.
In favor of Egypt.
Okay, let's look at the second game. Mozambique against Ghana. It's going to be the battle of the blacks. the Black Mambas and the Black Stars of Ghana. So the Blacks, the color black, the two of them will be facing each other. And for Ghana, they've not really been spectacular in this tournament. And also for Mozambique, though they've shown a very good game against Egypt in their first game, it was just by luck that the Egyptian leveled things and it was a draw. Now, playing against a Black Stars, I think these three teams, Egypt, Ghana, Mozambique, all of them need a win tonight. Now, that game, your take, Femi Davis, before?
I think Ghana should be able to win this game. Kudus is back, and you could see what he added to their attack when they came in. So, they needed him in the first game. I think they would have won that game if he was there. But now, they have an opportunity to beat Mozambique, and I think they will, to be honest, because Mozambique, apart from the first game, they weren't convincing in the second game anyways. So, Ghana, I predict Ghana to win in this game by 2-0.
Okay, you predicted that. And you, Francis?
Yeah, I will go with him. Ghana win 2-0.
2-0. If it doesn't happen that way, I wonder what will happen. But for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, just a few minutes away from now, they will be kicking off that game. My director is saying time. All right, for all our viewers, thanks for all our callers, our viewers at home, thanks for calling on the show. But for the Super Eagles, now is my own prediction. Nigeria is going to win that match by 4-0. That is my own prediction. All right, Femi Davis, thanks for coming in on the show Sports Update on Trust TV.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and to you, Francis, it's a good one having you here.
Thank you very much.
All right, that is it on Sports Update from Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Just go out there, enjoy yourself, and watch the Super Eagles match and cheer them on to victory. Thanks for watching.